Hey, it's Wednesday, October 29th. I haven't given y'all an update in a long time. Figured I'd update everyone and tell you what's going on. Basically, what it comes down to is I had to get my money right, man. What I was doing wasn't working. As some of y'all might know, I work for a Trekker, doing lease purchase, and percentage just wasn't cutting it anymore. I just had to make a move. These rates out here, either the rates are terrible or the company's skimming or whatever's going on. I don't know, man. But the paycheck started drying up. I was going from $1,200 a week down to $800 for a while, and then it's $500 a week. And then for like a month straight, it was just negative. I was in the negative, I was bouncing between being in the negative to being just break even. I was really frustrated, So I finally, I was at the point, I was at the breaking point, I applied for my old company I used to work with. I guess that hit their system or whatever. My dispatcher called me and he's like, "Hey man, looks like it's not working out with you with percentage. Let's transfer you over to mileage pay with fuel surcharge. You can do either mileage pay with 99-cent a gallon fuel, or you get paid with fuel surcharge. I went with mileage pay with fuel surcharge. And mileage pay, I'm getting $1.20 a mile. Fuel surcharge varies from week to week. Usually it's about 33 cents per mile. It bounces between 33 and like 34 cents per mile. And been doing that for a while now. Mileage pay for a while. I'm gonna say a good couple months here. Been doing it and making great money, better than I was anyway. It's steady. I can predict what I'm actually going to get paid from week to week, and I feel a little more in control of my money, so it worked out to the betterment. The routes they have me on are usually from it's hard to say really. I bounce between Dallas, Iowa, and Georgia, to be 100% honest with you. Either that or from Dallas to St. Louis to Georgia. Sometimes it varies, but sometimes I'll get sent from Dallas to Iowa, or from Iowa to Dallas, or from Chicago, or they'll send me from Georgia up to Chicago, and then I'll juke left to Iowa and maybe Colorado one week, and then they'll send me back down to Dallas, and then I'll go back up to Chicago. It's just weird sometimes. But I'm averaging between 230 2,300 miles and, 2,800 miles a week. It wanted to shut down for some reason. Weird. Anyway, yeah. So basically, after all expenses and all that, I'm looking at, between 1,200 and $950 a week. But usually it stays steady about 1,100, you know what I mean? I've had multiple conversations with my dispatcher. He's offered to give me more miles if I wanted them. So the miles are there if you want them. I ain't trying to run that hard, I mean, I'm in it for a long time, not a good time, you know what I mean? I get burnt out, man, especially for how long I stay out, I don't know if you know me, but if you've been watching a while, you kind of get the hint that I stay out about a month and a half, maybe 2 months at a time. You know what I mean? I hate going home. I hate losing that income, you know what I mean? Because it takes 2 weeks to bounce back every time you go home. I just got off home time of, I'm going to say, about a week ago. Maybe not even a whole week ago. Yeah, I took 6 days off. Well, 5 days. I came back the 6th day. You know what I mean? I took 5 whole days off. And I had been running hard before that. I know I ran like 6 weeks total, and then I took a break in St. Louis. Told my dispatcher I just needed to rest up. I only took about 3 days. I rested for like 3 days in St. Louis, 3 or 4 days, I can't remember. And then I went back at it another 7 weeks, and that's when I took this home time, just now, like a week ago. And I'm still bouncing back. I got 1 or 2 loads. I think it was one load, and then the empty miles to my house, I got paid for that, and I came out $800 negative, $800 in the hole that week I was home. And now I finished up the I think I got 2 loads in. Yeah, I got 2 loads in this week. And I'm starting out in the hole, $800 in the hole this week. So I did the math, and it's coming out to I should have a $100 paycheck, and then next week paycheck I should be back to 1,100. Everything should be back hunky-dory by next week payday. So yeah, man, I just wanted to give out an update. I had to make a move. And I don't know, I just don't have a lot of free time. We have dropping hook freight here. I'm always on the move. When I don't even have time to play video games, man. By the time I park, that 10-hour clock is always counting down. It's always counting down, and it's just like there's not enough time in 10 hours. You gotta get a shower, gotta eat. Sometimes you skip the shower just to eat, and then just hit that bed. stopped videoing before was I was frustrated and I didn't want to bring that negativity to y'all. You know, you don't like to see people in the, you know, negative Nancy. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And yeah, that's basically what's going on. I'll see y'all the next time.